may notice that jewels you find enhance your already considerable abilities. I can combine similar gems to make a more powerful one. At the moment, I can only offer you a few basic pieces of jewelry. Now, if you bring me supplies, I will eventually be able to offer you exciting and exotic new designs. But it doesn't have to be just business with us. Come by and talk anytime, my friend. I heard a rumor that there is a strange and mysterious jewel crafting device hidden in the aqueducts of the Daugr Oasis. I have a mind to go search for it myself. Don't worry, I won't go alone. I'm sure I'll find someone to show me around. Oh, it's even harder than I remembered, Dad. I'm afraid I'm growing weak. I need a drink and a bath. And something to keep the sun off. Or maybe just a nice cool jewel to put on my forehead. That will fix everything.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take a look. I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place has had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
An enchanting young woman, who is much more than her youth suggests, will come to your aid today. She can be of great help to you, so try to be polite, will you?
What will she help against?
Oh, it's that coven again. They're going to try and ambush you.
Wait, back up a moment. What was that you said about an enchanting young woman?
Ah, Celdo, unlike me, she will be immune to your charming advances. But it doesn't hurt to try, does it? I was just talking to Hedrick. He is still denying his grief. He really needs to open up. If he would just let me comfort him, it would do him a world of good.
I have never been outside the city in my entire life. I have never even been outside the palace. When they threw us out here, I thought I would die. I was terrified. But now, look at this view. I have never understood how large the world actually was. It is beautiful.
Hey, you! Come here. Got some new stuff for you to look at. Sure, there's more buyers in the city, but I like it up here. Better view. No pesky guards.
I'll take that off your hands.
Death may be upon us all soon, but I shall do what I can to ease your pain. May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid.
Here we are. Chaldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench on the air.
It would be best to split our forces. You two search for Belial. I shall hunt Magda. I can't imagine you're happy to be in the city.
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father.
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
do, you would lead me to exciting and mysterious places. We should encounter the jewel I seek any day now.
What sort of jewel is this?
Oh, it's nothing special. It merely changes form to evade pursuers and drives its owners mad.
Are you sure you haven't already succeeded?
The strangest thing just happened. A young man accused me of being the Senside god of thieves, disguised as an elderly jeweler. Well, I understand his confusion, since I'm as handsome as a god. I gave the fellow some advice and sent him on his way.
But you did not correct him.
Who am I to crush the dreams of the young?
A man with honor.
Well...
The people of Shansai worship 59 gods, but few are more revered than Zai, the exiled trickster god who travels the face of the world disguised as a humble merchant. Tales of his adventures range from ingenious thefts and practical jokes to more lurid exploits, none of which I'm comfortable recording here.
You seem down today. Tell me what Miriam can do for you.
I am not down. I am resolved.
Well, you should resolve to enjoy life a bit more. So the demon lords want to crush all humanity beneath their heel. Does that mean you can't smile? The cultists are making a great mess of things out in the desert. They deserve the painful death you will bring to them.
What else?
They are torturing and killing innocent villagers to lure you into their trap. But you'll get the better of them, won't you?
Are you guarding the refugees over there?
I am not a god. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, but even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
Where did you last see her?
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarnus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why can't they resettle within the city?
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakharum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that, but everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world, after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
I find all sorts of things down in the aqueducts. I like the shiny ones the best.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
Many of my banished peers have fled for Lut Gholein. Not I. I shall wait for our Emperor to come to his senses.
Very noble, my lady. So it has nothing to do with the last caravan leaving 10 minutes ago?
What impudence! How dare you even speak to me?
Apologies, my lady. You'd best take up your concerns with the Emperor.
Alcarnus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
My family. I lost my whole family out there.
Everything I had was in Alcarnus. I am ruined.
The last Emperor wouldn't have treated us like this. His death was convenient for the boy, wasn't it?
All this pain and suffering. This is what happens when you let a child sit on the throne.
If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner. All these people being locked out of the city has really helped my trade.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
Your Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves try to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
We need to be within the safety of the city walls!
When the Emperor discovers that you've shut me out here with this rabble, you'll be lucky if he only takes your head.
Tilnan sells only the best.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Just see that you get out again in one piece.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Shudder, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against a wall.
Don't look at me like that. I'm no common thief. I just temporarily mislaid my price. This store's owner would be proud to let someone like me purchase his vegetables on credit. Were he here.
Life in the Borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help. How do they treat us? Like animals.
Something tells me this will be an interesting journey.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
I mean to stop them.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you.
Well now, it's my lucky day.
There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
I understand. But my death does not lie here. What happened to the rest of your family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
So you both turned to thieving?
No. He was a member of the city guard.
You were constantly at odds then?
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
rather not discuss the sand wasp. These overgrown insects wouldn't be notable whatsoever if not for their exceptionally poisonous stings, which, alas, killed my young apprentice. I thought he would be more careful when I sent him to retrieve a sample from the hive, but his parents did not understand my perspective. The Lacuni, or panther men as they are sometimes called, have inhabited the desert wastes east of Caldeum for thousands of years. The large males are the tribe's leaders and protectors, while the agile females are expert hunters. Mostly they are primitive and reclusive creatures, although they will attack if cornered or hungry.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Where?
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
You knew that would happen.
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Why have you come here?
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Are there more of them ahead?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there. There is another illusion here. Cultists tried to hide their footsteps. Their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw a Thresher in the
Look! More hidden footprints!
The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw a Thresher in the flesh, and it rather disagreed with my constitution. It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures.
This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an
Whatever
illusion
do you
too.
mean?
It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures of demonic origin. The old heraldic tale claims they were once powerful servants of the mythical Asmodan. They purportedly aided him in his battle against the prime evils, and Diablo later punished them by twisting them into the small, stupid forms they now possess.
The ritual is disrupted!
What twisted corner of hell will get
That needs to recharge.
There should be another ritual at the center.
I owe you my life. Bless you.
They tortured my poor husband.
We will avenge him. Look, more hidden footprints.
crazed with starvation from 3 days with no food. But that is no excuse for what we have done. Day 7. I cannot face what I have become. Day 10. I hunger, but I am patient. Someone will come for me, and then I will feed again.
More hidden footprints. This is one of the cultists' lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you are an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
The ritual is this.
There, that ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
I thought I was dead.
Akarat bless you.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
I'd lost all hope. Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
Kill the demon lord she serves.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
A fine corpse.
What's this?
Do not fear the end. Death nears! seed essence.
I never doubted us for a moment.
I must wait. Decay and rot. I must wait.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
The Prophet. I have not heard of this figure, but your aid is welcome. Now to the Kassim outpost.
And hopefully there will be some scantily clad women there to welcome us.